अच्छा, इस वीडियो में हम लोग जानेंगे ना कि जो एक्सचेंज ऑन की जो सिक्योरिटी है कितनी ज़बरदस्त है, कितनी टाइट है और कितनी सिक्योर है हमारी एक्सचेंज। क्योंकि आए दिनों में जो क्रिप्टो एक्सचेंजेस में कुछ ना कुछ हैकर्स का अटेम्प्ट होता रहता है। तो जब से हमारा एक्सचेंज ऑन लॉन्च हुआ, डे वन से ही सिक्योरिटी पे विशेष ध्यान दिया जा रहा है इस पर अभी, राइट। तो वही है, एक सिक्योरिटी का बहुत अच्छा सेशन है जो कि एक्सचेंज ऑन के जो इनोवेशन फैक्ट्री में जो चीफ सिक्योरिटी अफसर हैं उनके द्वारा बहुत सारी चीज़ें इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ बताई गई है। तो मैं इस वीडियो में वो चीज़ें आपको सुनाने वाला हूँ कि उन्होंने क्या क्या बताया एक्सचेंज ऑन के बारे में, एक्सचेंज ऑन हमारा कितना सिक्योर है और कैसे यहाँ पे हम अपना सिक्योरिटी को और टाइट कर सकते हैं आने वाले दिनों में। चूँकि एक्सचेंज अब धीरे धीरे बड़ी होती जा रही है, तो यहाँ सिक्योरिटी का होना एक बहुत बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट रोल खड़ा करेगा। क्योंकि सबके यहाँ पे एसेट हैं, सबका यहाँ पे पोर्टफोलियो है, तो वो पोर्टफोलियो को कैसे बचा के रखना है, कैसे संभाल के रखना है। तो इनोवेशन फैक्ट्री डे वन से इस पर ज़्यादा फोकस कर रही है, आदत है कम्युनिटी बिल्डअप करने के वो। तो चलिए हम लोग उनकी चीज़ें कुछ सुनते हैं, देखते हैं उन्होंने क्या बताया है। तो उनका नाम है मिस्टर एंथनी, जो कि इनोवेशन फैक्ट्री के जो एक्सचेंज ऑन का जो प्रोजेक्ट देख रहे हैं, इस टोटल जो सिक्योरिटी है वो चीफ इंफॉर्मेशन सिक्योरिटी अफसर हैं। तो उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी चीज़ें बताई हैं, तो चलिए सुनते हैं। ओके।
Some major exchange breaches and data leaks that have highlighted the importance of strong defenses. I'm pretty sure you can find some article on this on Google News or something. And today, I would say that in the crypto industry and the exchange industry, we are not talking about cybersecurity anymore, but more about, I would say, cyber defense. There is a difference between the security and the defense. That's a huge difference. Let's talk a little bit about operational security, technical security, and compliance. Well, operational security or technical security is more about how we protect the exchange and the exchange as a company, because on my scope I have the exchange, but I also have the internal IT for exchange and what we do for it, and also for the compliance. I'll try to introduce you about the regulation very quickly that applies to exchange. Maybe before starting this, I'd like you to know that a company could be technically secure. I mean, technically secure, having some technically basis implemented in the products and in the company, but not being compliant. Or sometimes you also have fully compliant company or exchange, but with a very low cybersecurity level. So I want you to know that for Exchange, the goal is really to achieve both of it, the compliance and the technical cybersecurity. And thanks to the board of Exchange for giving us the means to achieve it. About compliance, well, as you know, as we are operating in certain jurisdictions, certain country, it requires us to meet specific cybersecurity framework. In Europe, for instance, we have the DORA regulation, and in the UAE, we follow the VARA framework. So if we talk about DORA is really focused on risk management and requires us to apply a framework like ISO 27001, which is an international recognized cybersecurity standard, but also ask us to go further than this standard. For example, the cybersecurity risk assessment that we have to do every year, we cannot use the standard of ISO. So what we're going to do, we use another risk assessment methodology. And just to give you an overview about this cybersecurity risk assessment, it's a kind of internal pen test, but on paper. So it also includes our provider, our partner, and it's a huge work that we have to do and that we do every year. That is just an example, But on each ISO topic that we have to apply, we have to reinforce it. We have to reinforce the standard. So the standard is already high, but because of the regulation, we have to go higher than the standard. So that's for DORA. And if we talk about VARA, the regulation in the UAE, I would say I don't have too much to add, as it is almost the same as the European one. So once we are compliant with VARA, we are almost compliant with DORA. So yeah. Today we are actively working to meet this standard. Not to mention that if we talk about DORA and VARA, the regulation, it's not just box ticking. It's not just we say to the regulator or to the auditor, okay, we're done, we are compliant. It involves, I would say, continuous assessment, continuous improvement, and continuous audit, of course. And regarding the audit, we have a formal audit plan that includes multiple types of assessment. There is the one you should know, guys, is the pen test. Of course, we have the black box pen test, the gray box pen test. But not only this, we have the configuration audit. This is based on CIS International Guide. We have code review, code audit, and organizational audits. So for most of this, we collaborate with Hacken. But of course, we can collaborate with other any trusted cybersecurity partner. I've talked about the compliance. Let me give you some word and some basics about operational security. When I say operational, I'm talking about the technical part of the cybersecurity. So of course, for Exchangeon, it's just an overview there, but we have encryption at rest on transit. It means that the traffic in the infrastructure is fully encrypted and cannot be read. So the database also are encrypted. So if someone come and try to steal the database, the guy won't be able to read it. So this also included, of course, the key management. But as we don't want someone to have access to the database and to other any access, we have also implemented something called access control, and more specifically called role-based access control. So every person in the company or any partner that need to have access to the data is approved, and we ensure that he really needs it. And after this, of course, he will have access. And what we also do regarding the access control, we also have account review. I have it. Account review and privilege account review. So like this, we ensure that everything is right regarding access for Exchangeon. What I can say about backup, for example, so all critical assets are backed up, and included in the continuity plan. We also have a vulnerability management program, which is very important to us. For this, we have vulnerability detection tool, and when we detect vulnerability, we have a policy and plan to correct this. It's almost the same for the pen test. When we have the pen test, we have a plan and we correct it. For the development, this is something also that I can talk about a little bit. We have created what we call secure development policy. So this policy ensures that the security is already included when we create and when we update the product. So of course, this will include code review, I would say environment separation between tests, staging, production, and all of this policy is audited during the audit I mentioned before. So yes, that's my last words, I would say. So we take cybersecurity seriously. We are constantly doing our best to improve our technical cybersecurity posture, protect our client data, and being compliant to all regulations that applies to Exchangeon. Thank you.
अच्छा गाइज, तो आप लोगों ने सुन लिया होगा, उन्होंने बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ बताई है कि जो एक्सचेंजेज है ना उसमें से सिक्योरिटी कंप्रोमाइज़ होना बहुत थ्रेट होता है, ये समझ लीजिए। तो कोई भी एक्सचेंज को, जो दुनिया की जो बड़ी बड़ी एक्सचेंज है ना वो इस पर ध्यान कम देती हैं, लेकिन उन्होंने ये सब चीज़ें बताया कि हमारा, चूँकि हम एक पूरे लीगल प्रोसेस में जा रहे हैं, हर अलग अलग वर्ल्ड के अलग अलग कंट्री में जो भी लीगलिटीज़ के हैं पहले हम सबसे उसमें पहले जा रहे हैं, उसके बाद वहाँ के जो सिक्योरिटी, साइबर सिक्योरिटी का वो रहता है उसमें जा रहे हैं। तो ये चीज़ें अलग अलग कंट्री में अलग अलग तरह से होती हैं। जैसे यूरोप में हो गया मीका का लाइसेंस हो गया, और दुबई में हो गया वारा का लाइसेंस, और अमेरिका का भी एक लाइसेंस मिलने जा रहा है बहुत ही जल्दी। ये सब चीज़ों के बारे में उन्होंने बताया, और ये चीज़ बताई कि हमारी ब्लॉकचेन, हमारी एक्सचेंज कितनी सेफ और सुरक्षित है गाइस। तो चलिए इस वीडियो में इतना ही। आई होप कि आपको यहाँ से एक अच्छी जानकारी मिली होगी। तो जो लोग चैनल पे फर्स्ट टाइम आए हैं, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए और इस वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लाइक और शेयर करिए, जिससे कि लोग अपने एक्सचेंज के बारे में जान पाएँ, समझ पाएँ। थैंक यू।